Hey dudes and doodlers, welcome to Art Club at Yay Time. My name is Dave Roman and I'm a cartoonist who's worked on several comics and graphic novels, including Goosebumps, Slappy's Tales of Horror, and Pluto is Peeved, an X-Planet Searches for Answers. But today, we're going to draw Hakata Soy, the main character from my adventure series, Astronaut Academy. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Hakata. Hakata Soy was a founding member of the Meta Team, a group of kid space heroes who each piloted different vehicles that combine to transform into a giant robot. They saved a bunch of planets, including the planet of Hoppiton, but his parents insisted he still needed a traditional education. So Hakata is sent to an elite school called Astronaut Academy, which is a giant space station the size of the Death Star. Because of his space hero past, Hakata is worried about endangering the other kids at school. His roommate is a bit of a bully, and he just has a hard time connecting with anyone. He isn't sure where he truly belongs. He's dealing with a lot of emotions. But then he meets Mayumi-san, who helps him come out of his shell and reminds him of what being a hero is really all about. Are you ready to start drawing? Well then it's Yay time. Let's go. This drawing's going to start off the way that most do, with a simple line. Basically going to draw half of a square, meeting up with half of a circle. And that'll be the head. And I'm going to divide that down the middle to create a guide for myself. This really helps me find the center of the face. I'm going to draw a letter C for the left ear, and then I'm going to draw a reverse C for the right ear. This drawing will definitely be brought to you by the letter C. And then we're going to draw a bigger C for the left side of his hair. And then for the top of his hair, I always imagine that I'm drawing a giant tidal wave splashing down, crashing. Splash. And then I draw two of the letter V, turned on their side and squished. Squished, some squishy V's. And that becomes the spiky hair on the side of his head. Then I'll go in and add the eyes. And that guide that I created will really help me perfectly center them. Make sure that they're both the same size, and then I can fill them in. They're basically little sesame seeds. I can go ahead and erase that center guide since it served its purpose. That's one of the reasons I love drawing with a pencil, is that I can create structural lines that are there just to help, and then I can erase them when they're no longer needed. We'll give Hakata a little curved line smile, and then start drawing his high-tech bulletproof jacket. Again, we're going to draw some of those sideways squishy V's that we're so fond of, or you could see them as sideways triangles. There's actually quite the intersection of triangles in this area of Hakata's jacket. And we're going to draw his neck and the little zipper pull at the top of his chest. And Hakata wears the zipper all the way up, all the time, to protect himself from harm and dangerous elements like the coldness of space and laser blasts. When I draw the midsection of characters from Astronaut Academy, they tend to be a bell shape, meaning they start out thinner and then get a bit wider towards the bottom. I'll split up the two sides of the jacket with a center line. And now we can tackle the arms, which are basically just bendy foam tubes. These also have that bell shape that I was talking about, starting off thin at the shoulder and then getting wider at the sleeve. I'll make his left hand a clenched fist to show he's ready for action. And I'll extend his right arm further out with some curved lines. Round off the cuff. We'll start on his hand with an upside down U for the thumb. The communicom devices that the Meta Team use to stay in touch plays a big part in the story of Astronaut Academy. The bad guys jam their signals so they can't connect, and Hakata feels even further isolated from his old friends and teammates. He checks his device every day, but there's never any messages from Gadget Thompson or Princess Boots. or any of the other members of the meta team. I'll draw a little rounded square for the screen and add the retractable antenna. Finish up the base of the hand and the pinky finger. Moving down the legs. I think we'll continue the hero motif and have Hakata in a running pose. First leg curving forward, add another rounded cuff. These all-terrain, state-of-the-art space boots are fitted with magnetic grips, which make them perfect for any and all anti-gravity scenarios a space hero might find themselves in. They also have nifty light-up sensors. We'll have the second leg tucked behind the first, bending up in the other direction. Add another rounded cuff. And draw the other space boots. With an extra line for the rims around the bottom. And light up sensors on the side. These boots were made for running, and that's just what they'll do. Now I'll add some of the smaller details, like the rectangular patches on Hakata's sleeves. Each of the patches contain an outline and 3 dividing lines. And the metal parts of the vertical zipper. 4 curved rectangle shapes. I like to add a small half circle to the zipper pull when I remember to do so. The communicoms also double as sonic blasters, so I'll draw some waves of energy coming from the handheld device. Or maybe he's just searching for a better Wi-Fi connection. Cool, now let's see if we can add a setting to this image. I'm thinking Hakata could be running down a hallway of Astronaut Academy. Maybe he's dashing off to save one of the new friends he's made there. Or maybe he has to reluctantly save his annoying roommate. Sigh. It's not always easy being a space hero. Most of the doors at Astronaut Academy are futuristically circle-shaped. These slanted blast shield doors are made of metal, so we'll give them a bit of shine. All of the dorm rooms have these tic-tac-toe touchpads to open and unlock them, and to help keep shape-shifting, heart-stealing monsters from barging in. The lines on the walls of the school are meant to evoke circuit boards and microchips, and they actually light up at night to help guide students that are wandering around, maybe looking for a midnight snack. The floors have a grid pattern, which I think helps give the environment more of a three-dimensional feel. When I went to art school, perspective was never my strongest subject, so I tend to keep my backgrounds fairly simple. And I'll add some sketchy lines to evoke a shadow below the figure. Almost forgot my favorite part, filling in Hakata's hair. It's fun to imagine billowing flames like a wildfire raging out of control while I draw this part. The hair always has a white or lighter exterior and a darker interior. Let me just erase that leftover structural line by the left ear. And also the side cheek line that's crashing into his jacket collar. And then I do believe that should wrap this drawing up. Hakata Soy, looking like he's ready to save the day. Alright, that's how I draw Hakata Soy from Astronaut Academy. How would you do it? I hope you're inspired to make up and draw your own awesome characters too. This character wasn't always so easy for me to draw, but after drawing 2 180-page graphic novels, I got better at it. And I'm sure if you keep drawing the same characters over and over again, you'll get better at it too. Thanks for drawing with me. This has been Art Club at YeTime. Click the like and subscribe button and you'll be sure to get notified when the new videos are ready. Hot and fresh, right out of the oven. Keep drawing, stay creative, and have an awesome future.